Bang, Neeves knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife, Kara, is running around here somewhere. And today we are doing, well, technically I'm kind of lying to you guys. I said top 10 Kizer knives, but it's going to be 8 of them. But I'm going to make up for it. So instead of doing the first 2 knives as Kizers, I am going to show off 2 other knives I never really showed on the channel. This was a gift a while back from Big Red. So I've sharpened it. I've used it a little bit. This thing is really cool. They're only like $10, which for what you're getting, this thing's pretty awesome. It's got a nice snap to it. If you follow Big Red, you've probably seen these on his channel. This wood right here is it's really nice wood. I mean, it's nice and soft, nice and warm, just a good feeling. You got a good tension right there. And man, I put a heck of an edge on this thing. This thing is retarded. Oh, I shouldn't say that. This thing is stupid sharp. Stupid sharp. I mean, crazy sharp. Because, I mean, look how thin the blade is. The edge is very thin. But yeah, it's really, really cool. And what's really cool about these things is that you can modify them. You know, you can draw in them, you can burn them, you can put lacquer on them, you can put different finishes on them. Just very, very cool. But I've kept it kind of safe aside from using it a little bit because it was such a laser and sharpening it and stuff, because I always thought about, man, I really want to do something with it, you know. So next thing, this was a gift from my brother. This is Dapper Designs, and it's a it hooks into your pocket, and what you can do is you can dangle. I showed this on my channel, I think once, maybe twice, but you can hook your keys like this, and then instead of your keys sitting at the bottom of your pocket, they hang inside your pocket, and it's supposed to make, it makes it very comfortable compared to it being at the bottom of your pocket. Next thing is that you can loop this through other things and carry, other stuff. Like I carry a light and a little leather key organizer. Dang it, now I got it all messed up. I think I'm going the right way. Normally when you put it on, oh no, I wasn't. Normally when you put it on, you just leave it on there. But I want to take it off because I want to show you guys something. But normally I keep, like stuff like this, on it. But this little blade, there's a little blade in here, right? So this is all titanium. Very cool, very light. But it's a double detent blade. And listen to this thing. This thing is snappy. That tick, it sucks in so, because there's 2 detent balls on each side. So when it opens, the little detent balls drop in. You can kind of see them right there. And then it closes the same way. It just sucks right in. The sound's addicting. The feeling is addicting. And this thing is super sharp. When I first opened it up, I cut myself pretty good too, because this little tip right here is very sharp. And then this is very sharp. But it's cool, just like little things, You're at the post office or something. You just need to cut something open or some tape or something. It's very, very cool, especially in little places that don't really accept you to snap out a big old knife. So let's get to the Kizers. Okay, so now this is not in no particular order. 8 really badass Kizers. We've had a lot of Kizers. Let me just say that. We've had a lot of Kizers. We like our Kizers. But we've given a lot away too. So I'm going to start it off with the mini Doman. Now they also have a full-size version of this. So this is the mini one, which is, it's pretty small. But they're not expensive. They're like $50, $50, $60, something like that. But you can usually get them for even better deals. And they sometimes do like giveaways with them if you buy, like certain knives and stuff like that. But they're really snappy. The access to the lock bars, Very easy. It's very thin, so it's not a hard use knife or nothing, but the blade geometry is not bad. It's actually pretty good. It gets a very, very good edge, and it just works, man. That's the good thing about it. It just works. It's very light duty. And there's also the mini Doman, which we did have, but we gave away. But that's also really awesome. So you got this one and the mini Doman, and then they both come in full-size knives too. This one's 154 cm, I think. Yeah, 154 cm. Very cool. Next up, the V3 Vigor. I love this thing. I think it's VG10. Yes, VG10. This thing has a compound grind with a hollow and then a flat grind at the tip. The hollow is very thin. This thing is a nice slicer. I really like this thing. This thing's on 2 phosphor bronze washers and a Teflon washer, and I'm talking about ridiculously smooth. I can't express, like, opening it from here and then going this way like that, how smooth it is. It feels like it's on air. So when I snap it open like that, I mean, I'm barely doing anything. You can easily middle finger flick it. This thing is super fidgety, and it should have went on my top 10 fidget knives list because this thing is stupid smooth. And it's just, it's a tough knife. It's been used like crazy. The lock bar's still nice and early. Great ergos, nice G10. The G10 looks really good, and it's just a great size. And the blade, man, does this thing take an edge. This thing, very sharp. Feels like I need to strap up the tip of it a little bit. All right, next up is the mini sheepdog. I just had this on my fidgeters, my top 10 fidget video, so I'm not going to talk too much about it because I know you guys probably just seen it, but just in case if somebody's watching this in the future, this thing's awesome, and everybody loves the mini sheepdogs. You know, when I first saw them, I thought they were just a novelty knife, but then got my hands on it and I took it to work and I started using it, and I used it all day. You know, that day, the first day when I realized how useful it was. And man, these things are just very useful. It works just like a sheep's foot blade. So you got like a precision blade, and the blade geometry is so good. So good. Just an awesome, awesome knife. Next up. Ooh, one of my faves. This is the Kizer Rogue. I have beat the tar off of this knife. And I mean, like, it's modified, you know, with the ano and the anode clip, but with all the work that we've done with it, with the modifying, with all the sharpenings, the lock bars never move. This thing is so solid. I can't even explain how solid this thing is. And the ergos, I mean, just look at its profile. Doesn't that just look comfortable? It is. It's just a good all-around knife. And that's what it's good at. It's good at being a knife, and that's what I love it for. Very cool. Next up is its little cousin, the same designer, which is Dark Pinkerton. You can tell it's Dark Pinkerton. This is Dark Pinkerton style. So if you don't, you know, if this is just a little bit big for you, even though this is a medium-sized knife, this is not a big knife. The 3-inch blade or something. This is like, I don't know what it is, 2.6 or something. Let me look. I don't know, 2 3/4 or something. Not a big knife. This thing's very small. I mean, you can see it's 3.5. Well, no, I can guess it's a 4-finger, but it's a tight 4-finger, especially like if I really want to use it, like then my finger comes off. But yeah, very cool. These are S35 VN titanium, very awesome. It's kind of like that one's mine and this one's Kara's. But yeah, just an all-around great knife, and you can feel the build quality in it. I mean, just everything about it. The build quality is phenomenal. Now this one's on phosphor bronze and Teflon too. This one's a little smoother though, but we've also had this one longer, and it's a little bigger, so I guess it makes sense. But I mean, this thing is very smooth. All right, 2 more. Whoa, what is that? That is a stossified finish on a Kizer Yorkie. This is a Laconico design. Ray Laconico. Very cool. It's kind of like a tiny version. I'm not going to say tiny. A small version of the Keen. And it works because I like this little spot right there. I just hold it like that. Very useful. I love like the leaf-shaped blade. Nice detent on it. Very, very cool. The clip works very well. And it's just an all-around, just a good little knife. S35 VN, titanium. The grip is, neutral. Just, a round little handle. You kind of just pop it in your hand like that. Very, very cool. If you like small knives, medium to small knives, this is a great knife. All right, last but not least, my favorite Kizer as of... Oh, wait, no. We have 2 more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We have 2 more. Whoa. The new Kizer Lieb. This one's in micarta. And N690. I did put an edge on it because we're doing a review on it. Whoa, took a good edge. That is sharp. Wow, that's sharp. Let's check it out. Let's take a little peek-see at the edge I put on it. Man, I hate the way edges look in cameras. It looks really good in the eye. Oh, maybe it's got smudges on it. That's maybe the problem. Stucco. It's a good edge. That's all I'm going to say. It's very sharp. It's very smooth. We do have to do a review on it, so I'm not going to say too much about it, but I'm just going to say one thing. It's going to have a good review. It's going to have a good review. It's a small little guy. I mean, it's a little guy. It's not big. Let's look at it next to a couple of these other knives really quick. I can't do that because then it's like I'm doing a review. I'll just do next to the mini sheepdog. There you go. You see how small it is. This is a mini sheepdog. So it's a little knife, but it's a little biggin'. It's a little badass knife. I really like it. All right, next up. Kizer T1, Ultimate Kizer, the raw business Kizer, the doing the damn deal Kizer. This thing is just, this is a good knife. It's, you know what, why? The build quality is insane on it, but aside from that, it's a knife, if you know what I mean. Just a good knife. The ergos on it are good. I mean, it's not like it's phenomenal, right? Nothing on it is like just absolutely epic, but everything is good. Nothing is bad. And that's what's awesome on it. The clip works fantastic. The access to the lock bar is awesome. And it just feel like when you unlock this thing, the build quality just, you can just feel it. Listen. I'm going to go slow. This thing just has a great lockup, nice detent, snappy detent. It's got a pretty strong detent, so when you use the thumb studs, pow, the thing fires out. Middle finger flick, very easy. Yeah, and it has good blade geometry. Ooh, good edge on it. Wow, that thing is sharp, boy. Man, that thing is sharp. Let's take a look at this edge. I got a nice toothy edge on it. Very nice. If it wasn't so doggone blurry. Anyways, this is a great knife. S35 VN. All titanium. Ball bearings. Great ergos. Great knife. If you want a good knife by Kizer, this one won't let you down. I'm telling you, this is just a great knife, man. I love it. Love it. It is one of their older models, so you might be able to get it for a little bit better deal than you used to. And you can tell because it has this swirly pivot. All their new stuff doesn't have the swirly pivot. So it has pivots like see, this is a swirly pivot. This is an older one. Their newer ones are like this. So there you go. Love you guys. Peace.